Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care, and I'm here with Louie, the 5-month-old double doodle, who's here with us for Board and Train. And today we're working on the place command, teaching him the place command. The place command means go to that place and stay there until I release you. It's on an object, so in this case we're using a dog cot. The reason why we like to start them on dog cots, we can transition to dog beds after he grasps this concept, but it's much easier for the dog to learn the concept on something like this that is upraised, because once they step up on it, all their body parts are on it. Nothing is touching the floor, okay? With the dog bed, their foot can be half on the edge and half touching the floor, and that's kind of a gray area, and then you get into some creeping. So initially we want to teach them that it means to stay on this thing. So in order for him to break command, he'd literally have to step down and step off of it. So again, it makes it much easier for them to understand and grasp the concept initially. So plus, they end up really liking these things. They're cool for them to lay on. For the humans, they're lightweight. You can use them inside and outside. They're just really great, and they're very inexpensive. You can get them online for $20 to $25 in all different sizes and colors. So anyway, the place command is a great command. It is a life-saving command for the humans, that is. Having your dog be able to go somewhere and hang out there for several hours at a time is awesome. You got kids running around your house, dog in place. You got people coming in the front door, dog in place. You're trying to eat dinner without your dog begging, dog in place. Trying to watch a movie, hang out with your family without the dog climbing all over you, dog in place. So many other uses. The main thing that it's great for, though, is creating a calm state of mind. So, as you can see, he's on here. He's just kind of chilling out, and that's what we want. We don't put toys on here. We're teaching him to do nothing, basically. Well, in actuality, he's not doing nothing. He looks like he's doing nothing, but he's actually practicing impulse control. He's learning to stay on the place, and it's kind of like calm on command. It's kind of like a kennel without walls. But and it's not holding him there. He's holding himself there by learning this particular command. So anyway, I'm going to show you how we do that, and we literally just did a few on and offs with him. He's a really cool little guy. He likes to learn. He's really good at this stuff. So I just wanted to show you, if you're new to teaching your dog the place command, where to start, what to do, okay? By the way, if you've got a nervous, anxious, fearful dog, this is a fantastic command to teach them, because they can learn to kind of hang out on their place as the world goes by around them, and it can actually help build their confidence and learn that nothing bad happens, that when they're on place, nobody's bothering them. You can have, again, people coming in. Sometimes if you've got a dog that has some issues that maybe is reactive or is maybe a bite risk, a good safety rule of thumb would be to put them on a tie back, which is literally just, you've got a leash on them and you attach that leash to something sturdy, so that if they step off the place, they can't get very far, all right? But initially it's just great for teaching them to exist in an environment, whether it's an environment where there's nothing going on or there's an environment with a lot going on, right? And teaching them to know how to remain calm under those circumstances. So anyway, so with Louie here, he's learning to understand that break means he can move out of position. So I'm using my clicker and his food, and we're doing some food training with that. So at first, break. Good boy. All I'm going to do is point and guide him onto the cot. All right, now listen, if you have a dog that is afraid of the cot at first, and that happens sometimes, all you do is you flip it over. Literally, just clearly he's not afraid of it, right? You just flip it over so it's flat and the legs are sticking up, and you just walk them over it back and forth, back and forth. If they're afraid of that, that's why you got the leash on. Guidance, right? And sometimes you have to make them do it in order for them to realize they can, okay? So, never be afraid to make your dog do something, because that's how they learn a lot of times, that they can make them do something that they're afraid of, because that's how they learn not to be afraid. Break. Good boy. All right, so I'm going to start off by just guiding him on. When his fourth foot hits the bed, I'm going to click and reward. Okay? Break. Good boy. So by just moving my body also, your body's like a magnet, right? You may have to walk all the way over, depending on the dog. He's really good at reading body language. Break. Good boy. Okay, so we would repeat this over and over. Lots of reps. Now this little guy learns really quickly. So, and he likes to do stuff. Break. So, if your dog is not as enthusiastic, you know, you have to be patient. Guidance. Good. And that is actually what I want, is for him to lay down. So, break. So you notice I'm not saying the command yet. I just want to get him doing the thing that I want him to do first, and then I'll add the command. And the reason for that is, if I'm adding the command while he's learning the new thing, it's just another level of distraction, so I don't want to do that. So next one, I'm going to wait until he lays down before I click. Break. Now you could tell your dog down. He knows that command, we've been working on it, but as smart as he is, I want him to figure it out, really. Give him a little leash guidance help. There you go. Okay? But, you know, letting your dog figure some things out is a good thing, too, because then they're burning mental energy. Break. Boy. Louie's losing some teeth, so it takes him a little bit to chew up a piece of food. Let's go. Good boy. So I'm clicking at the moment that he is down on the cot. Good boy. Break. Good. And break is just a release word. That means, you know, it's like take a break. You're free to move out of command. We'll just repeat this over and over until he's going on and laying down right away. Break. But as you see, I'm not having him stay on there very long before I'm releasing him and then having him go back on there either. Good boy. And that first time that he goes on like that and goes and lays down right away, I'm going to give him several pieces of food, one right after another, to let him know that was really good. Because then he'll want to do that again. Good job, Brad. Good job. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so you would do tons and tons of repetition of this, on, off, on, off, on, off, until he's going on and laying down right away. Then I would start to add the command, actually. Break. That was awesome. Good boy. Good boy. Now, normally I wouldn't use this much verbal and enthusiasm with a dog that's super excited. He's not. He's pretty calm. So I actually use it to kind of get him a little more animated, a little more enthusiastic. He likes doing it. He's just a chill guy. Break. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. Good boy, Louie. So you kind of have to, you know, suit what you do to the particular dog and think, you know, is it hurting or helping? Break. Good boy. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Okay, so now I'm going to start to name it. Break. Good boy. So I'm simply going to, as we move towards the cot, I'm going to say place, point, and then when he goes on, mark it. Place. Just beat me to it. Good boy. Break. Place. Good boy. Now we're picking up steam. Good job, bud. Break. Louie. Place. Again, this guy's super smart. He picks up things really quickly. So with your dog, you may have to walk all the way over here to get your dog onto place. You may have to come all the way over here. Your body's like a magnet, remember. So do whatever you need to. You can actually adjust the dog by using your body and using some spatial pressure. So whatever you gotta do it. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Louie. Place. Good. And building up to, working up to, where you don't have to go all the way up to the cot, where you can stop short of it and send the dog there. Because ultimately that's what I want. I want to be able to, you know, from a distance point and say place and have the dog run over and get on it. Break. Good boy. That's a good boy. Louie, place. Good boy. Break. Good boy. I'm going to come at a different angle. Place. Good boy. Because it is different from them if you're coming at it from a different angle. So you've got to work on that as well. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Louie, place. Boy. Good job, bud. Good job. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Louie, place. Good boy. And then you want to work up to doing things like sitting down, which for most dogs would trigger them to get up, right? With him it's not. But just a little tip too, when you go for it for the first time, don't sit facing them. Sit a little bit to the side of them. Sit this way. And don't look at them initially. I mean, keep them in your peripheral vision, right? But, because what do we do when we are calling a dog or we're getting ready to pet a dog? We kind of do this, right? So oftentimes when you go to sit down, you're bending down and it looks to them like you're calling them over. So if you're not directly facing them when you do it, it helps them out a little bit, okay? So, he hasn't stepped off yet, right? What do you do if you put your dog on there and your dog steps off before you release them? Well, when you're in the learning phase, like we are right now, you simply guide them back on, repeat the command and guide them back into place, into command, okay? And then you gradually, with this command, you build up the length of time that you have them stay on place. So, you know, I might, depending on the dog, I might go for, you know, 15, 20 minutes the first time. I mean, after I've done a few days of drills, right? Because typically they step off, which we can try and get him to step off by throwing a distraction in the mix. This will get him. Place. Good. And you know, you have to do that because that's how you teach him. No matter what's going on around him, he has to hold that command. Good. So I clicked and rewarded that time because he didn't break command, okay? When he broke command, for the first time, I just guided him back and said, good, right? But no click and reward, because I don't want to reward him for breaking command. Good. And when he doesn't make a move, you want to click and reward pretty quickly. If you wait too long, he'll think that, you know, he's not doing the right thing. He might do something else. So, you know, listen, I'm using the clicker. You can just use a marker word like yes. Okay? You could just say yes and reward with food. So I'm going to try a different toy. Because every toy is different. Every object, every environment, every new thing is new. Good. Good boy, right? And that's what you do. You try and throw all kinds of things. Not necessarily toys, but just people coming in, moving around, running around, you know, doing goofy stuff, trying to get him to break command, because that's how he's going to learn not to, okay? If nothing ever happens around him, that's easy. But life happens, and that's what we're preparing him for, okay? He lives in a household with 2 young children that are going to be running and playing and being very exciting and you know, enthusiastic, and he's got to learn to maintain under those circumstances. So, Louie, place. Good. So when I do something that causes him to break command, I'm going to do it again right away. Good boy. See, he's smart. He gets it right away. But you know, and with puppies in general, they haven't seen a lot of things. Everything is new and exciting to them. So we have to expose them to a lot of things. We have to socialize them around environments, people, places, you know, dogs, sights, sounds, smells, all kinds of things, and teach them how to behave or how to act in those different situations and environments. So they don't just know. And that's our job, to teach them so that they can live actually a happy, full life, right? A dog that doesn't have training, that's not well behaved, their world is very small. They can't go very many places, if any places at all. Whereas when you have a dog that is well trained, they can go all kinds of places, so their world gets so much bigger, they have so much more freedom. It's awesome, right? So, again, this is Louie, just the beginning of the place command, learning that place means get up on that thing and stay on it until we release you. Now again, right now I'm using a cot, but you know, if you watch any of our videos, you know I like to transfer that to lots of different things, and you'll see that in upcoming videos, but we got to start here. So if you have questions about this or need help with teaching your dog the place command, or you're having a challenge, reach out. Post a question in the comment section, or email me at info@gooddogcoaching.com, info@gooddogcoaching.com, and love to hear from you, and I'm happy to help you however I can. Take care.